Hi guys, welcome to Heather's Library. Today I have on a guest. His name is Eric. He's my good friend and my coworker, and he actually recommended the book to us. We will be talking about Call Me By Your Name. It's spicy. I haven't done a spicy one on the podcast before, but it's pretty naughty. Which is why I think Eric recommended it to me, because he knows I like smut. Okay, so let me see what my first note is. Okay, so it takes a while for them to get into the lovey-dovey phase, because at first it seems like they kind of hate each other. Did you get those vibes? That Elliot?
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah, I don't know. Has that ever happened for you, where you hated somebody almost, and then you kind of fell in love with them?
No, actually. So this was interesting.
Yeah, it was very weird. But then, Elio seems to idolize Oliver. He puts him on a pedestal and almost treats him like he's God or something. And it's kinda... I hate it, honestly, because I've talked with you about this before, but the 17 and 24, that's just too much for me. That's too much. Elio is so young and doesn't know anything, and Oliver's 24. It's just too much, and I think Oliver kind of takes advantage of that. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. I feel like age is just an age, but it just depends on the person likings.
I guess. But I just think Oliver's not... I just don't care for him. But anywho, I thought it was interesting, because Elio is almost like a stalker to Oliver. He's so creepy. He wears his bathing suit. He goes into his bedroom, which is really his old bedroom, but whatever. And he gets in between the sheets and stuff, and pretends that he's Oliver, pretends that he's with Oliver, and he notices that Oliver's mood reflects, or it changes with the color bathing suit that he wears. He's so creepy about it. He's stalking this 24-year-old man, and it's because Elio doesn't know any better, because Elio's a child. It makes me so sad to think about. Elio's just head over heels, hates him and loves him, and Oliver just couldn't give a fuck, to be honest. Oliver seems like he doesn't care about him. Do you think that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's just kind of a jerk. I don't know. Oh my god, and we talked about this too, but later is the word. Later, I don't know if that's supposed to be super significant for something or whatever, but he says later so many, there are pages and pages of them literally just talking about how he says later. The way he says later is his favorite thing ever. He says later because he's American. It's so... I don't know. That was just so... It got kind of annoying and repetitive. Because, bro, he's saying later. Doesn't mean he's in love with you. Get over it.
I just think it means later's I don't want to talk to you right now. It's I'm busy. But the same time, maybe it's code word for them for something.
Could be. I don't know. To me, it just seems like Oliver didn't want to even deal with Elio's teenage behavior, which is fair enough, because Oliver is 24 years old and he's very established in what he wants to do in his life. So I guess whatever. Oh my god. And then this is also kind of goes with him talking about how he wants Oliver dead, and how he hates him. So, he at one point in the book he talks about him wanting Oliver dead because it would be easier for him. Did you what did you think when you were talking, or when you were reading about Elio just saying it would be easier if you fucking murdered him? What did you think about that? It was crazy.
I just think he wants him out of his life because it's complicated what's going on between them.
That's crazy.
Trying to figure out what type of friendship or bonding they have.
Yeah. Have you ever felt that way about anyone that you wanted to kill them because you were so into them?
No.
Okay. And then the part where Elio goes into Oliver's room and sniffs his stuff, I was so scared that he was gonna get caught. Oh my god. That's crazy. Have you ever done that?
No. I just think it's nasty.
Yeah.
I was like gagging that part.
Ew. And that's like one of the tamer parts too. And oh my god, I knew a girl that did that once to my brother's clothes, actually. She didn't get caught, but that was crazy. Anywho. Okay. When Elio tells Oliver, and Oliver's reaction is, I'm going to pretend you never said anything. What did you think? What was your initial thought?
I just thought maybe he's like, I'm done with you, like, can we like move on at this point or something? Like, I don't know, like it. That part made me like think about it for like a while when I was reading the book.
Yeah. I was kind of happy that Oliver said that because I don't think this relationship is appropriate, but at the same time I was also kind of mad because Elio has been pining over Oliver ever since he got there and has been wanting this, and like, you remember how hard it was to like tell somebody you had feelings for them when you were 17, and like Elio does that himself to a 24-year-old. Like, that's like a real adult that he tells his feelings to, and then Oliver is just like, no, we're not gonna do this. So I was kind of mad. Okay. Do you understand the title of the book? Call Me by Your Name?
No, until like the very end when I find out.
Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it yet because we're not there yet. But I did note that it was said on page 132, "Call me by your name and I'll call you by mine." And that's, I think in the book, Elio like freaked out about that. He said, "As soon as I said my own name as though it were his, it took me to a realm I never shared with anyone in my life before or since." It's crazy. This girl is like obsessed with Oliver. Okay, so they obviously have sex, and that's interesting. I would never have sex with my parents in the house, because that's just crazy. Were you nervous that they were gonna get caught at all?
Yes, because it's like, well, where do they live? They're saying that their parents will have visitors like from over the country who stay. They come and go. It's like basically like a hotel.
Yeah.
And there's like what? Workers, like.
There's like the in-home, like there's like gardener, the maid, the cook. Like there are so many people, and there's like some, like, I think at one point, like, he has to run out of somewhere. I think he's like sniffing Oliver's stuff again or something, and he has to run away because like his mom comes in to like bring him laundry. Like, he's crazy. I don't know. Okay, but let's talk about what he felt after. He felt shame and disgust and guilt. That made me so sad. I wasn't expecting this because Elio's been hyping this moment up the entire book. Like, we're like halfway through. He's been talking about how he wants Oliver's D so bad. And then after it happens, he's like, oh. It's just like disappointing. I mean, what did you think about him just being so sad and like guilty after?
I feel like he was like thinking about it, like rushing. He was like, I want to do it so bad. But when it happened, he's like, oh, this is how it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, it was no like, they didn't try hard enough.
I know. Do you think that has anything to do with Oliver, or do you think it's all Elio's expectations being built up?
I just think it's like Oliver, because he's like from a different country.
Yeah. And
he has like a family over there, or wife, who knows. Then just like 17-year-old, he was like, then he saw, I just want him.
It's crazy. And I think he even gets with that one girl. For the life of me, I can't remember her name, but you also can't remember her name, so it's fine. That 16-year-old girl, he also gets with her at one point in the book. And, like, I almost called him Timothy. And Leo is, like, mad about it, and it's, like, super awkward. But I think this was kind of a recipe for disaster, because... I mean, he has to keep it a secret. Well, he doesn't have to, because his parents are, like, really open, whatever, but he does anyway. He keeps it a secret. There's an age difference, and I don't think he's ever, like, questioned his sexuality before. Like, I think he was always kind of straight and narrow. Like, he didn't really care for guys before this. And also, we need to talk about, once we're, like, at the end, we need to talk about what Oliver leaves behind in the United States when he's here, because I have many thoughts about that. I don't care for Oliver. Okay. So the next part is he literally fucks a peach in his bedroom. When I got to this part, I was dumbfounded, because what the hell? What is this book? Why did the author describe in detail multiple pages of Elio just defiling this peach? Why? Why did he do that?
He wanted to, like, express himself
Ew!
and describe the way it should have happened.
Ew, with a peach?
Yes.
That's such an interesting thought. I didn't think about, like, the way it should have been. That's actually, oh my god, Eric. That's so insightful. I didn't think about that. I thought he was just, like, literally just, like, having sex with a peach. It was crazy. Okay. But then, not only does he fuck the peach, but Oliver comes in, understands what he just did to that, and then fucking eats it! Ew.
That part, I wanted to throw up. I couldn't.
Ew, it was disgusting. It was so fucking nasty. Like, what? Why? What does that mean? I feel like this is like a metaphor or something that I don't understand, but I don't know. He just used that poor peach. And I don't know, and then Elio cries because Oliver ate the peach, and Elio thinks it's, like, so nice and so loving of him, but that's, like, this is just nasty and twisted and gross, and I don't know why the author included that. That was so weird. And he also didn't even need to do that, because I think the same day... Okay, so the timeline is he had sex with Oliver. The next day, he has sex with that one girl that I can't remember her name. And then, like, he goes home, and then he fucks a peach. So he definitely did not need to do that. But he did anyway. Nasty. Would you ever do that, Eric?
No.
Okay.
It's like a fruit or food you eat.
Yeah.
You don't play with nothing like that.
I think he got 2 peaches. He fucked one, and then he ate the other one. And then Oliver ate the other one. But anyway. The way Elio describes his relationship with Oliver is so sad. He says, perhaps we were friends first and lovers second, but then perhaps that is what lovers are. It's so sad. I don't think they're friends at all, to be honest with you. They're not. Friends don't do this shit. It's weird. And then the way that Elio talks about the future is really sad, because he knows that Elio has to go back to the United States once the summer's over, and he's going to finish his manuscript, and Elio obviously can't go with him, because Elio's a 17-year-old who still has stuff to do, and Oliver is a mysterious person, his own man. Okay, so when they're in Rome, I'm confused about a part, and I'll read it out to you, but my question is, do they watch each other poop? And I asked that because of this quote. I took my turn and sat down. I want you to see mine. Massaging my tummy with the flat of his palm, watched the whole thing happen. Did Oliver watch Elio poop when they get to the hotel?
I want to say yes.
Ew!
It's like freaks.
Ew! That's so weird. Oh my god. Ew. Has anybody ever requested to watch you poop? Or helped you poop? Massage your tummy while you're on the toilet?
No, but I feel like as a child, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Because parents always help you no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you were in a romantic relationship, would you allow that to happen? Would you allow your partner to watch you poop?
I would say yes because they're like my partners. And there's like only one bathroom we have to share.
Okay.
But if you want your own privacy, then like, give me like a minute. Can I use the restroom, you know?
Okay. I don't let my boyfriend watch me poop. I just can't. I can't poop. If somebody's watching me poop, I can't poop. I don't know. You're right though. Ellie and Oliver are freaks. Okay. So then Oliver leaves, and they make a point not to show like a goodbye sequence of like Oliver going back to the airport or anything like that. Like they make a point not to do a whole goodbye. But we get to a part where Elio's dad kind of tells him that he knows about the relationship between Oliver and Elio, but he's like super nice about it. And he says, I may have come close, but I never had what you had, talking about Elio and Oliver's relationship, which made me question, is Elio's dad not in love with his mom? And I know you have told me that the second book is about Elio's dad falling in love with somebody while he's like doing stuff for work. So I don't think Elio's dad like actually loves his mom. Actually loves Elio's mom. Like that's interesting. What do you think about that possibility that Elio's parents aren't in love with each other?
I just think like maybe it didn't work out for them. Like
Maybe.
they've been together for like way long.
Maybe. Yeah. I could get that. Is Elio their only child?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be interesting. Like if Elio's mom got pregnant and it was like, oh, well, we're gonna have to kind of be together. I could see that. I love this part also, not only because like it kind of glimpses into Elio's dad maybe not being in love with his mom. Elio's dad is so sweet about telling him that he knows what happened between him and Oliver, and he vaguely tells him that he accepts him for his sexuality and that he loves him, and that's so sweet. I love that because I think that's so scary to go through, and I think that's one of the main reasons that like Oliver was sad, because he couldn't be open about how he felt with Oliver, and then once he couldn't be open with how he felt to his parents. And then okay, Oliver gets married. I am so pissed because in his explanation with this, he says that his wife and them were on and off for like 2 years, including the time that he was in Italy with Elio. That's so messed up. That is so messed up. Like, does his wife know that he fucked Elio? Does he know about the relationship that summer?
Maybe not.
That makes me so mad. And it makes me even more mad when Oliver had communication, like consistent communication with Elio after returning from Italy. Like, he was talking to Elio consistently, like on the phone and stuff, and like sending letters and whatever. And he didn't even think to tell Elio that he was in a relationship, that he got engaged. Like, he only tells him when he comes back and visits. Like, so messed up. I don't like Oliver. Oliver is a mean man.
I just think he didn't want her. What's his name again? Yeah.
Elio?
Feelings about it.
I get that, but like, this is 2 years later. Elio is 19. Elio can handle it, and it's been 2 years. Like, he can handle it. He's just a jerk. Okay, and then Oliver has kids and whatever. I don't picture Oliver, the character from the book, the way he behaved, as having kids. Just because he's weird and a freak, and I can't picture that. And then it skips 15 years later, and Elio still hasn't moved on yet. And what do you think about that? The Elio's still on about this guy. Do you think that's normal? Do you think he's right to feel that way?
I think he's obsessed with him. Like,
Yeah.
like ever since day one they met each other, it's like he's the one for me.
Do you think that Elio's fascination with Oliver is healthy?
I want to say no.
No, okay. So do you think that they would have ever worked out long term? Do you think they could have been a relationship?
I don't think so, because the way how they were, like they would sometimes argue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like in the book, one part it says like Oliver hasn't been home for like a week or one day.
Yeah.
It's like
He's just gone for days. Like, weird. Okay. And then the end of the book, I finally understand the title. Call me by your name because you are more me than I am. And that makes so much sense because Oliver and Elio were so weird and unique that, like, Elio fully believes that Oliver will always be a part of him. And so when he's saying, call me by your name, like, he means, like, come back to me and let's be together so I can be me again. Which makes sense. And I think that's kind of beautiful, even though I hate this relationship. But I do finally get it. Do you think the author did that on purpose? Like, made that clear at the end on purpose?
yes.
Yeah. Probably. Okay, so final thoughts before we wrap up the pod. Anything to add? Anything you want to note? Any characters you did not like or really liked a lot?
I just think that book it's very interesting. If you like smut, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a good book.
Yeah, it is. It is really good in, like, teasing and, like, the anticipation leading up to Oliver and Elio. Like, even just their first, like, kiss is incredible. Makes me wonder if the author himself has felt something similar. Because it's such a very specific thing to feel and to write about. Like, you would have to go through that yourself, you think. Okay. Well, I have nothing else. Do you have anything else?
Nope, no questions at all, nothing.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, Eric.
You're welcome.
And thank you to my listeners. Bye.
See ya soon.